Right, well, let's talk to Lieutenant General Sir Andrew Gregory. Good morning to you. You were in Westminster Abbey.
Good morning.
Yesterday. It was a big day for you, wasn't it? Because actually, there was something else going on that you perhaps needed to be at.
So it was a very big day, and I can't match that wonderful story from that we've just heard, but it was a huge honour to be in Westminster Abbey, and then as the representative of one of the regiments or corps that Her Majesty was very close to, in my case the Royal Regiment of Artillery, to march from Westminster Abbey to Wellington Arch. But it was a big day because unfortunately it had been arranged before Her Majesty died. Yesterday was also my father-in-law's funeral. And I talked to my wife and she said, it is your duty to be with Her Majesty and with His Majesty the King. So John's funeral happened yesterday up in Wakefield with the family, and I couldn't be there, and that was very difficult. But another of my roles, I am the Chief Executive of the Soldiers, Sailors, Airmen and Families Association, SAFA, the Armed Forces charity. And what yesterday and my decision made me reflect on is what military families go through, where we frequently miss Christmases, birthdays, anniversaries. And when the service person is away, the family is at home worrying. And so SAFA's work supporting families all these decades is critically important. And I did my duty yesterday. I was very, very honoured to do my duty, but it wasn't easy.
So Andrew, can you describe as well, being the CEO of such an important organisation, your pride at watching all those servicemen and women and the incredible skill, commitment and dedication in every single aspect of the funeral? It was spellbinding to watch, but I imagine as somebody who represents them in so many ways, it was an extraordinary thing for you to be a part of as well and to watch them.
Absolutely it was. And there have been plans ready for decades for yesterday, and none of us wanted to see them put in practice. But each and every person, in whatever role we had yesterday, wanted to do our very best to honour Her Majesty and the remarkable life she has led, the values she has upheld, and her family. So 4,000 and more military people, all determined to be as smart as they could with the best drill possible, and I was one of those, and I hope we did her and our King proud.
You absolutely did. Yeah. And you would have done your father-in-law proud as well. And, you know, that eloquent description of doing your duty, you know, the fact that your wife recognised that and gave you the dispensation to do that meant that, you know, you did that for your family as well, didn't you? It must have been a heightened emotional day for all of those reasons.
Well, it was very interesting, I think, watching His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh's funeral at Windsor Castle with the Queen sat alone. And she felt it was her duty to be alone on one of the most difficult days of her life. And when you serve, it's not something you can switch on and off and just say, I'll do it today, but not tomorrow. So my duty was definitely to Her Majesty and to the King, and my family understood. And I watched the video last night of my father-in-law's funeral, and as one does, I cried over it, and that is just the way it goes. And military families, that is what we do. We serve.
It's a huge sacrifice. Dick, I wonder, from your perspective, what the Queen would have made of yesterday.